being suspended indefinitely. I think it's something that we worked with the league, his representation, Draymond, just to kind of talk through and figure out, and we think it's the right solution right now. I think everybody obviously wants definite answers and length and all that stuff, but I think for what's best for us and Draymond and everybody is, we help him with the appropriate amount of assistance, and then we judge and base it on his comeback, depending on when the right time is. So it's indefinite truly means indefinitely, and so I'll kind of leave it at that as far as getting into the specifics of what that's going to look like and all. A little of it's a privacy thing, a little of it's team policy that we don't get into that stuff. So we'll continue to help him with things, and moving forward, we got a team that's pretty good basketball team. I think the record doesn't reflect that right now, but we've got good depth. We've got a great player in Steph Curry that's still elite, and so we just are looking to turn things a little bit here, get things going, and turn the corner. But overall, I think yesterday was a long day. It's been a long 48 hours, but I think today we're in a good place, and got a game against the Clippers tonight. We'll see how we do.
Mike, how do you ensure that something actually changes? Because Draymond's been suspended before. Last season, after the Jordan Poole incident, he took some time away to work on himself, but nothing seems to have really changed.
Yeah, I think nothing in this world is promised or certain, so I can't guarantee you that. I can just say we'll continue to do the right things to help him, and I think we've done a decent job of that in the past, and we'll continue to work through it. And we got a lot of parties involved that are. The biggest thing here to me is not the punishment. It's just helping out, giving assistance, and we all agree on that, which is good. That's Draymond, that's the league, that's us, and I'm optimistic we'll get there. But to your question, there's no guarantees.
Will he be with it, practicing and around the team?
Yeah, I think for us, the thought process is, I think there's a lot of ways you can go about this, but we think for now the healthiest thing is for him to be around, and that it may not be every single day, but we're not jettisoning the guy off somewhere.
Indefinite is pretty opaque. It's assumed that he will return soon, later.
He'll be back when it's the right time, and that's something that we'll all consider: the league, Draymond, us. Steve and I were just talking. Like anybody that has an amount of games or time suggested or in their head, I'm just telling you right now is wrong, because we don't have that. I don't think Draymond has that. I don't think the league has that. So anything beyond that is hearsay.
How would you characterize the conversations you've had with him since the suspension was handed down?
Very open, but positive. I think this is something that a lot of people may see as a problem, but we're looking to turn it into a positive. It's at a point in his career and his life where we want to get some things straightened out, and maybe sometimes you need a jolt like that, but I think it's been very positive, very open, and extremely optimistic we can get to where we need to go.
With how important he is to this team, just how frustrating and disappointing is it that, again, he's going to be missing the unspecified but a longer amount of time?
Yeah, obviously it's not ideal. He means so much to this team and organization. His presence in games and being around is huge. So, we'll miss that on the floor every night. And, again, he'll still be around the team. So, he'll be there, but when you're not playing in games, it's not the same. So we're going to miss that. But like I said, we'll lean into our depth. We've got a lot of guys playing really well. That's the good news. We got some guys that we need to play better, but overall, Steve's got a lot of ways to go to get this thing right, and I think we can.
What is your overarching? You're on year one of a 4-year deal with Draymond. Is it still the organization's expectation that this is a long-term partnership with Draymond?
Yeah, I think so. We're committed to him. He's been here for a long time. He's hung a ton of banners and means so much to this organization. And like I said before, I think this is about turning this thing into a positive and getting better. And so I think that happens, and we feel really good because, again, his play has been terrific. It's just been his lack of availability that's not been great, and we want to make that better.
So the league has made it very clear, any incident come with a pretty stiff punishment. Even once he does come back, we know what the playoffs are like. There's flagrant fouls. There's various situations. What's the concern level that even when he's back, if there's a hard foul in a playoff game, they're just going to say he's gone for the whole series?
Yeah, that's part of the dance we got to walk. I think that's part of the things we need to address. But at the end of the day, his past, transgressions on the court will lead to harsher punishment. They've stated that. That's just the case. He's got to be aware of it. But hopefully we can get him to a point where he's still the same high energy, competitive guy. And as situations arise, he's got to find a way to regulate that.
Going back to what you first said, so when the league decided that it was indefinite, you guys had conversations with them. Was it just them telling you this is what it is and you agreeing, or you guys like actively working together to figure out what the suspension looked like?
No, there is active collaboration. I reached out in the sense of, hey, we understand there's a punishment that's going to take place, but this is also about, supporting and helping somebody. And so they 100% agreed, as did Draymond, his representation. So we've all been on the same page, and, because you got to work together in these things, as league rules permit. For us to have one thing and the league to have another, and crossing over and all that stuff, we all need to be on the same page in this one. I think we are.